Hate it when I get a video, it's all done, I'm uploading it, like I forgot something. So you stop the upload, you delete that video, and you start over here. Now, first off, people are going to notice I'm wearing a Letterkenny Irish shirt. Yep, Letterkenny Irish shirt. Have to have the hat to match. This way, it's both a hockey jersey for the THG channel, and it qualifies as an entertainment jersey for the TEG channel. And I was gonna order the Vote McMurray T-shirt, but because of what's on the back of it, I mean, the kids would find it funny, but it's not exactly appropriate with a channel that's family friendly and all, but it's really funny. So also today I got, for anybody who's wondering where the hockey card videos have gone, well, A, the view counts just weren't there, so you kind of, as a YouTuber, have to go where the view counts are, but B, having the new Beckett and having the cards and the sets and stuff to go through, that's kind of fun too. So at some point, hockey card videos of some sort will come back. A, they'll probably be a lot shorter, and B, it'll probably be more going through highlights in the set rather than pack openings. I know there were people that enjoyed that, but it wasn't at the level that I felt. One thing as a YouTuber is you have to kind of look at your watch time and then think of how much time it took to put that together and go, no, that didn't work. So, speaking of what hasn't worked, is Ben Bishop staying healthy? It's an okay segue. Knee surgery. He's out until late March. So if the season starts in January, that's 2 months of hockey he misses. January, February, March. So it's 3 months. If it starts in February, it's 2 months that he misses. And then for Tyler Sagan, he had hip surgery and he's had other ailments as well. He has had surgery and he's out until early April. So again, and we talked about this throughout the playoffs, where it was clear Tyler Sagan was not Tyler Sagan. Something was wrong. And there were people who piled on and said, well, he just sucks. This proves he's no good in big games. But what we've seen since then is he was dealing with a lot of injuries. And so this deals with those injuries. And then for Bishop, of course, he barely played in the return. It was mostly the Hudobin show. What's going to be interesting with Dallas this coming season is this. Losing Sagan is a huge hole down the middle. That is a massive void that needs to be filled. And I don't know if there's anybody who has the offense to fill that need for Dallas. The other problem is that it's a lot of money that's going to go on the LTIR. Do you bring something in to replace that? Do you try to bring somebody in for a year because Sagan's going to be out? It's just it's going to be a problem for them. And then Jake Ottinger, does this mean he's now the backup because we're not going to have Bishop till late March? So then Hudobin becomes the starter, which he showed in the playoffs he could do. And then Ottinger becomes the backup, you would think. Right? We'll see what Dallas does. But these are major losses. Even though, as I said, Sagan struggled, he was still useful for them. Defensively, I thought, in the Stanley Cup final especially. And they're going to miss him. Now, if you're a Rangers fan and you're wondering what's going on with Strome, when's Strome going to sign? It's soon. So he's going into his arbitration hearing. He's asking $5.7 million. The Rangers are offering $3.5 or $3.6 million. So look for the number to be somewhere in that region. The closer it is to 3.6, the better case that the Rangers made. The closer it is to 5.7, the better case Strome made. So as long as that doesn't get contentious, this is the end game, and then it's done, and then you move on to other things. But the fact that Strome is still Rangers property, they have a very impressive forward group they can put together. It really is a matter of just everything working. All the kids, Kakko has to be fantastic, and if Lafreniere steps right in, and if Shesterkin doesn't skip a beat, Rangers could be one of those dark horses this year. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Now, I've partnered up through a former coworker of mine named Shannon, because, right? Of course. So, because when I met her, I was like, oh, your name's Shannon. Well, that makes sense. And so we're still friends because it's what Shannons do. And she's partnered me up with the West Coast Kids Cancer Foundation, which is a good charity to be partnered up with. I mentioned this on Twitter. And what they're having right now is the PJ drive, pajama drive, where you buy pajamas for families who are at the hospitals. So And we see a lot of commercials for like Ronald McDonald House and things of that, you know, in around here anyways. And I don't know how many commercials there are elsewhere. I know there's Shriners south of the border in the States. But this is that idea of, you know, families being away with their kids, and we're going into the holidays. And so they donate these pajamas to the families. They make sure everything's all clean. There's this whole disclaimer about making sure that everything's all sanitized and sanitary because it's 2020, so of course. And so this is going to go to kids and families. And if you go through and you fill out the form, you can tell them who you want to buy or donate for, and you leave contact information. They get in contact with you and all that. Last year, they say that they helped 300 plus families. I would think that through this channel, we could probably hit 300 families just easy on our own. And consider too, and part of the reason why I'm you know, jumping on board with this, it is 2020, and last year, Yvonne and I at Christmas, we helped a family out, and you know, made sure that their kids had Christmas presents, because there are families that, especially this year, I would think, don't have money to buy their kids Christmas presents. Some kids are going to be completely understanding. Most kids will be, but if we're able to help out to make sure that those kids aren't heartbroken on Christmas, why not help? This pajama drive, clearly, it's a way for a family to know, hey, you know, people care, and there you go. So that's going on. And then the other program they have too that they're focusing on right now is called Nourish at Home. And it's along this same idea where it delivers prepared meals to families so that they can focus on their children and on their children getting better, and not on food preparation as much. So it's a food delivery service. Think of it like a Meals on Wheels kind of thing. And this is for families transitioning after an inpatient stay. So a child coming out of the hospital for cancer treatment, and Nourish at Home helps them transition back to being at home into a sense of normalcy. Oh, wouldn't we love a sense of normalcy? But it's 2020, we don't get that. So this, again, I've partnered up with this. I will link to their website in the description for this video. And you know, in the 4 years this channel's been a thing, there's certainly been times where people are like, you should go with this charity and help that one and do this and this. This to me feels like that's natural. That's something that if I stand here and I say, hey, West Coast Kids Cancer Foundation, I live on the west coast of Canada, this is close to my heart, somebody that I am close friends with is a part of this, so it's not going to feel fake or put upon, or that it's just, you know, anything like that. So if anybody's able to help, that's great. And if you're not, and if you're able to help locally, that's great as well. The Adopting a Family project is fantastic. And here's the other thing too. If you want to be cynical, you know, it's charitable donations, and tax time will come up early next year, so it's a write-off. You know, and that's that whole thing, right? Where you're like, hey, well, I helped them out and I save a few pennies as well on my taxes after the year. So it's beneficial all around. So there you go. Hopefully people will check this out. And again, look for updates here and there. But it's something that I'm going to be making sure is organically part of the video. And it will be at the end of the video, not at the beginning either. So look for updates with this. And again, thank you guys so much for all your support with this channel, helping this channel get to a point where I can do something like this for others. That's fantastic, because it's not that long ago, I'll say 6 years, where, you know, Christmas wasn't necessarily a whole ball of fun either. And, you know, so it's nice to be on the other side of that and say, hey, if we can give more, we should. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everybody be safe and calm and relaxed today. I can't stress that enough. There's a reason there's so many videos on this channel right now, and there's the NFL Power Rankings on the other channel, and I plan to do other videos on the other channel, because for people who might feel a little bit stressed today, videos might be necessary. Part of the reason I do daily videos on this channel anyways. So thank you guys so much for all your support, even those who downvote. Thank you. Thank you for being here and for watching. And hey, thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing. I will talk to you again soon.